Hi everyone, if you are watching for the first time, my name is Ifajimi Fakayode, and this is a spiritual page where we share different spiritual lectures, spiritual tips like this, just like the one I'm about to share right now. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel so that you will also be benefiting from videos like this. Um, right before we will dive into discussing the purpose of this thing, one of the purposes of this thing, I would like to tell you how does it work. I've seen many cases whereby some people will just handshake you, and before you know it, your private part is not working anymore. And this happen mostly if you are in Africa. So I've seen several reports of like people just go out, they handshake someone, and before they know it, their private part is not working. Their private part is not functioning anymore. Or maybe you just handshake someone, and from there things start changing. Or maybe you are in a situation whereby you are going to a place whereby you are scaring, maybe they will take your footstep, because in Africa there's a way the Igbo people can take your footstep and use it in one way or the other to give you a problem. So and or maybe you are in a situation whereby you are scaring, maybe someone will use your cloth, someone will use your hair. In fact, it's one of the common cases in Nigeria whereby some people are using people's hair for their spiritual gain. Like you go to the barber shop, then they cut your hair. If the person is an evil person, they will just take the hair and use it for themselves. Then the person they use their hair will be surfing up and down. No matter what they do, it will never be successful because they have been used. So it's not until someone take calabash and put it on your head before you can be used. So there's many ways evil peoples can attack you. It's not only in Africa, it happens anywhere. And it's not only what we see by faith. Most of attacks happen spiritually and abstractly because we cannot see it. Now we are going to be discussing now how you can use this bitter kola to stop any kind of those things I just mentioned. Just one bitter kola like this. Someone asked for this in my last video and I promised to give it, and I believe it's going to benefit everyone. So if you gain from this today, please make sure you like this video, you comment and share with friends and family. Don't be stingy, and make sure you appreciate the effort by just liking and subscribing to this channel. And in fact, this is so useful to the extent you can do it for yourself, for your kids, for your husband, for anyone you love. So with just a single bitter cola. And this is how you are going to do it. So you are going to buy a bitter cola. A very big one is advisable. So it's better to, even this one is small, but if you still find something like this, still useful, because you are going to get something like this. You are going to buy a bitter cola. Then you are going to get a black and white thread. You are going to get a black and white thread. You are going to get a razor blade or maybe a nail, a nail. Now you are going to cut this bitter kola into two. You are going to slice it into two parts. This is it. Then you are going to cut it into an equal part. Or maybe you cut the edge, one edge. You will not throw it away. The edge you cut, you put it somewhere. Then you will use a nail or razor blade to make a hole inside this bitter kola. You are going to make a hole inside this bitter kola very well. Then you create a little space inside that bitter kola because you are going to put something there. So it's not advisable to remove the back of that bitter kola. Just leave it there as it is. So you just cut it and remove the inside, little inside of it, so that you can create a little hole. Now this is what you are going to do. Now you are going to be alone naked in your room. You are going to cut little from the hair on your head, put it inside the bitter kola. Cut little from your nails, both little from your nails, both the one on your hand and your leg. If you are a woman and you make all these long nails and these fixing nails, you can just use the razor blade to scratch little out from it, put it inside the bitter kola. Cut little hair from your pubic area, and a little hair from here, little hair from your private part, put it inside the bitter kola. Little hair, if you are a man, little hair from your head, from your private house as well, pour it into the bitter kola. Every of your a little from your nails, because if you say you are going to cut all the nails, the bitter kola may not control this, but just make sure you cut out little out of the nails, then put it inside. After putting it inside, then if you have a favorite cloth you wear all the time, you can cut little from the favorite cloth, put it there. Then wear your cloth back, then go outside where there is a bare floor, step on the bare floor with your both leg, then use a kid spoonful, maybe take a little sand from that your footstep, put it inside the bitter kola. Now use the edge of that bitter kola to cover it again. After putting all this stuff from your body, use it to cover it again. Now use the use cotton wool to wrap it up, then use black and white thread to tie it up, to tie every part of it, tie it up very well, every part of the bitter kola, tie it up so that you can even use needle to seal it very well so that it will be covered. So you tie it up with the black and white thread, then it is ready. So if you are to do this, you are to do it for yourself. If you want to do it for your kid, then you are going to collect every of their, you buy another bitter kola, collect their nails, all those some of their some of things from their body, then put it inside, just like I said. Then that is for them. So you cannot collect everything from your body, then from your kid, and put it on one in a single bitter kola. It's not going to work. So you have to use a separate bitter kola for one single bitter kola for a single person. Then you are going to, then you go somewhere very far, maybe a bush, somewhere very far from your home. So but if you are the kind that live in abroad, in abroad, maybe you are in America, you cannot find bush or anywhere, you can find maybe a deep hole like blocks, or maybe you will dig ground very well, or maybe you find something that is deep that you cannot, your hand cannot reach, but the place is going to be good. So either you bury it, or you throw it inside the block, or throw it somewhere that you are not going to be seeing it again, that someone else cannot see it. You can even throw it on the roof if someone else is not going to touch it. Go and put it in a safe place, so that you bury it, someone else must not take it or see it again after you have done that. Then go and do it that way, then you're going home. This can work for a lifetime if it is done exactly the way I recommend. So you don't have to be scaring about people using their pants. In fact, there was a time in Nigeria, many ladies were scaring of hanging their panties outside because of this evil peoples. They are different peoples, and with their different plans, with the way everyone looks for their money. So if you are in that scenario, if you do this kind of thing, there's no fear of such thing happening to you or your kid. So it's better to do it for your children when they are small, so these are one of the greatest spiritual tips you will ever watch. So if you consider this useful, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, comment and share with friends and family so that others can benefit. Don't be stingy the same way I'm not stingy before sharing it out, because this thing I'm not supposed to be posting it online. Something we do for ourselves. So stay blessed. I still remain your spiritualist, Ifajimi Fakayode. Next time I will be sharing another great tips like this. Remain blessed and always stay tuned.